I am so blessed to be able to come practice whenever I desire at the Journey at Pechanga in Temecula, California. This place is so awesome. You'll see in some of the footage how beautiful the short game facility is. I mean, I can do about whatever I need to, up to about 80 yards just in this area. There's 2 greens, 4 bunkers. So what I'm gonna do with you today, again, preparing for US Open qualifying May 28th, and just going through feels. Very, very little technical, if any, and getting my confidence up so I'm not thinking about the shots I want to hit. I'm just pure response to what needs to happen off the lie, trajectory, spin rate, all the variables. Today I'm just gonna hit, I'm just gonna go around, Ty's gonna follow me, I'm gonna hit, out of the rough, the bunker, 50-yard shots, 20-yard shots, some greenside stuff. And all I'm after today is feel and the interaction with the bounce or the leading edge with the turf, whichever shot I'm trying to hit. And then just going through and gaining confidence, allowing my body to adjust with what needs to happen to keep getting more confident, more successful with the shots I'm trying to hit. I have about 30 yards. I'm just going through hitting different release patterns. Some will be low, some will be a little bit higher. Again, not thinking about technical things. I know what my elbows have to do to get the club up and have it come back down to slide it underneath. So it's just about getting confidence again. I spend very little time setting up to these shots. I know what I'm doing. I know how far it is. I know what it feels like. So I'm just kind of in rapid fire. I'm not thinking a whole lot. I'm just going through quick motions. Repeat, repeat, repeat. For me, my body adjusts. The shot that needs and the interaction with the turf that I need for the shot I'm trying to hit, it'll happen. I'll hit some fat, I'll hit some a little bit thin, but I just keep going. I don't analyze anything when I'm doing short game stuff. So as I gain a little more confidence, I'll start picking the speed up, and I'll be hitting these shots like as fast as I can. I don't hit a lot of real high spinners when I play, but when I practice, I get the confidence. So it gives me a lot of trust at the bottom that I can keep finding that release pattern with more speed. Some of these flop shots that I hit, I'll go stronger with the left. I already have a pretty strong grip, but I'll go stronger with the left and weaker with the right. And it'll get that face to roll open, and it won't roll closed. It'll stay open and come down. And got to be careful where you set it up because you can throw the hosel into it, but it allows me to keep the face open and sliding it underneath and hitting it very high with more speed. And again, just giving more confidence down at the bottom. Then I'll shift it back to normal and I'll hit it a little bit lower. Again, just exploring release patterns, getting confidence back. A big problem that I'll have is when I don't practice enough, especially short game, then when I get to a chip shot, I find myself thinking about how much I'm gonna assemble and how hard I'm gonna hit it. The preparation prior to competing is just getting, again, that confidence back so there's no thought. I can just set up, I can look at what needs to happen. So basically just assessing the situation, making a decision on where I want my ball to land, and then I go. But without the confidence in the touch, because I haven't prepared, I find myself like making sure, and that gives me just a little bit of a twitch at the bottom where I wreck the bottom and hit it a little thin or a little bit heavy, trying to help it, right? So that mental interference, if I'm not prepared and don't have confidence, then that's a little hitch at the bottom that we all have, especially if we don't have time to acquire skill and keep our skill sharp. We get that little bit at the bottom, and that's what'll wreck the bottom and ruin what's probably a pretty simple chipping motion that you have, but because of that thought, making sure, and that's where I find myself when I don't prepare, is I make sure and then I wreck it. So after just firing through some reps, getting a good feel for my rhythm, the bottom of the arc, I will go through one shot at a time and go through my routine where I look at my spot that I want to land it. I know the trajectory, keep my eyes on that spot. I set up, I get comfortable, and I go. So it's not just rapid fire anymore. I am putting myself in a situation, and then I'll change my location just a little bit and go through the same. I'm treating each shot like its own event. And while I do this, I feel the involvement that I do or don't have. And if I do, then I have to shift the way that I'm approaching my shot and get more immersed into my target in my shot, rather than thinking about, well, do it just like you did it 10 minutes ago, firing through the shots. I practice my mental routine, so I'm more into the shot, less into technicals. I don't want any technicals when I'm chipping. It's all about feel and response to target and response to image. So I just go to different areas, allowing my body to set up comfortably and respond to the shot. my body knows what to do. I don't have to take it through some mental checklist of making sure I get here. If I'm not comfortable, I'm not in the right spot. So my body just keeps adjusting the weight, the way my pivot is open, the feet location, the face, all to match what needs to happen. So I do it all through comfort. I don't do it through any kind of checklist. So when I'm set and I'm comfortable, then I go. And it's usually a pure response. I don't even know what happens after that. I'm just in motion and balls in the air and I'm like, well, that's pretty good. It felt like exactly how I pictured it. So then I know I'm in a good spot. I'm ready to compete. So I shifted locations. From here, I've got 2 pins that I go to. One's about 50 yards and the one that we've just been chipping to, it's about a 15-yard carry with, short side and downslope. So I'll go back and forth. I'll spend a few minutes hitting the 50-yard shot and I'll do it in different flights. I'll hit some a little bit low. I'll hit some with spin, I'll hit some high, and then I'll go back and forth. I'll go back to the 50-yard target, and then I'll go here to the short one. And again, I'm just allowing my body to set up comfortably and do what needs to be done. So I just go back and forth, just being in pure response, no technical. Hope you guys are enjoying the journey to the US Open, May 28th. If you guys want to see me work on anything in particular, shoot me a comment. Give us a like. Cheers.